Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, but this is your boy B Bullet RC, and I'm coming back to you guys today with yet another video. And 2016 has been a crazy year, from politics to a whole bunch of other blase blah. But in this sneaker world itself, in our little place that we have here on the internet and around and with the people that you share your interests with, there has been dope collabs, new models, a lot of crazy news coming in the sneaker world, and with that comes a lot of dope releases. So this is gonna be my top 25 releases of 2016 that I do not own, because it wouldn't make sense for me to include some stuff that I own on this list. I want to make this like those top 25 shoes that either I missed or ones that I just thought were really dope and I never had a really chance to pick them up, or didn't have the funds at the time, or completely just missed out on them because I didn't have my tweet notifications on or anything that I should have been doing. So let's just get right into it, man. This is going to be my top 25 sneakers that I don't own from 2016. Like I said, man, everyone has an opinion, so leave your top 5 that you missed out, maybe you took an L on, or maybe you're looking for a delayed W on 2016. So just leave that comment down below while you're watching or right after you're watching. I know this is the internet, everyone has their opinions, some are going to disagree with me, some are going to agree. That's the beautiful nature of things, but let's get into it. Now this shoe I can't even fit because it is a women's shoe, but I couldn't leave it out just because of the popularity, and that's the Puma and Rihanna Creepers. They really just took a Puma shoe and put it on an elevated sole, like Rihanna walked into Hot Topic a few years ago and was like, what if I just took this really high elevated sole and threw it on a Puma? For the chicks out there, it definitely worked, and I think one of the best colorways is like that orange burnt camo colorway. That one is fire. I actually seen that when I was out in LA. One of the girls that was, I think she was a choreographer, she was wearing that pair. So I didn't want to leave that one out because I think that was definitely a very important shoe this year, even with the Puma Fenty slides, you know what I'm saying, for the chicks out there. So I couldn't go on this list and not mention that one. Now this next one is another women's shoe, but that's it for the women's shoes. But that's the Air Jordan 11 ADRESS. This all over burgundy velvet shoe with the golden accents. For chicks, even a lot of dudes out there going with that. I seen a dude with the full velvet fit with these joints. It's honestly a really dope Air Jordan 11, just like the gray suedes, which I guess, spoiler alert, they will be in the later part of this video, kind of closer to the top of some of my most favorites this year. But the Air Jordan 11 ADRESS, one of the best releases for the women out there in my opinion, and just really a solid Air Jordan 11. And I think it just kind of caught everybody off guard because some of the prices people were trying to like hit people over the head with for them. That's a solid shoe. Let's get into the next one. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, this one should not come as a surprise. The Nike Air Griffey Max 1 Freshwater. I talked about this shoe before they dropped it. I asked for them to bring it back, and they have, and the only reason I have not picked up this shoe yet is because I'm just waiting for it to hit the sales racks, honestly. I love the shoe and I would pay full price for it, but I know the climate of the sneaker game right now, and this is not a shoe really on top of a lot of people's lists, not even for Christmas or nothing like that. So I'm honestly just waiting to see if I can catch these on a really good sale. I still love the Griffey Air Max 1s. This is the last Griffey one that I need to like kind of complete my collection of Air Griffey Max 1s that I really like, and I will get it eventually. Like I said, man, just waiting on a sale, but still nonetheless one of the dopest releases of 2016. Nike, thank you for bringing them back, but you can keep the, you know, the all white and like that weird like wheat pair. Just bring back the OGs. Don't do all the extra stuff next time, please. But thank you for bringing them back. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Next up is the Air Trainer SC High, the Bo Jackson joints, but this is the 1996 Atlanta pair. From the materials to the peach, the colorway, Nike was firing on all cylinders on these joints, and I definitely think it's one of the dopest, cleanest releases of this year. Definitely, I wouldn't say a slept-on pair because from what I know, they sold out, but one of those things that the people that really wanted it, I hope they could get it, and the ones who do still want it, I don't think they're trying to crack heads too bad for these. So if you are looking for them, I mean, you probably could check eBay or, I don't know, around, and you probably could find yourself a pair. Nonetheless, dope Nike release. Next up, the LA exclusive all blue suede Huaraches, inspired by the lowriders and just LA culture. This shoe is another one where they nailed it with the concept. that like iridescent chrome feel on like that Huarache thing. I mean, this is like the most jazzed up #1 thought shoe of the year. And yes, I call the Huarache the thought shoe, the #1 thought shoe to be exact. But with all that being said, man, a solid shoe. I've seen them in person. This one's a dope one, more of a low-key dope pair with all the other things that have been coming around this year. And they had their shine for a little while, and then the shine just kind of faded and people slowly forgot about them. But I didn't. Let's get to the next one. Now, I wanted to make sure I threw at least one Nike basketball shoe into this list, and it has to be the Kyrie 2. I still think the Kyrie 2 is one of the best models. Seeing the Kyrie 3, I'm not too sure on it because they haven't released too many, colorways. They had the Samurai one drop, but I was just like, it wasn't that special to me. Especially the Creole, that Nike sneakers hype on it. Everybody was just like, this is what we were waiting for. But the overseas release in that mint green, kind of really sea blue, sea green kind of colorway, whatever it is, I liked it. I like that one. Definitely one of the best Kyries of the year and one of the best Nike basketball shoes, honestly. Another basketball shoe I was always going to make was a John Elliott, and I think it was the LeBron Soldier. It was like an all white with like this little bit of orange on it. That was another dope Nike basketball shoe. Anyways, let's get to the next one. Now, forgive me for looking down on this next one. I just want to make sure I don't mess the name up. It's the Packer Shoes and New Balance MT580 Pine Barons. Now, this colorway is inspired by the Jersey Devil. And this is what happens when colors just come together in a way. This New Balance, I'm looking at it right now, just remember all the colors. This green, burgundy, orange, purple, and white and black. That just sounds like a lot of too much going on. But on this one, with like that really high-haired suede, the materials, the shoe itself, the shape, I'm not, as you guys know, I'm not a fan of the New Balance. But this MT580, this one's definitely a go, and I would definitely say one of the best releases this year by far from New Balance. But we have a few more NBs coming through this list, so just give it a second. Like I just said, another New Balance collab. Now this one is the Concepts City Rivalry Pack, and you had a New Balance 997 and a New Balance 998 with Boston and New York represented, and the color blocking on one pair versus the other pair, which is mostly a mint. The inspiration they took, and even down to the box. When I mentioned a Concepts collab, you guys have seen many Concepts collab, and they really go in on the concepts. If someone was to put a live counter on how many times I say concepts on this one, I wasn't really looking at that was going to be that hot, but I seen it in person, completely changed my mind, and that is the Air Jordan 4 Ginger. This was another one of those premium releases from Jordan Brand this year, and it does have that Tim's aesthetic with that wheat gingery kind of color. My New York people would, I'm pretty sure y'all would get down with this one. Okay, in 2017, I'm gonna try to stop with the dead ass B New York jokes. I'm gonna try. It's just too easy. I'm gonna try though. But if you've seen these in person, the quality of the materials is crazy, and just that look of the gum with that ginger upper is a dope look, and one of the best shoes to release this year. It didn't come in at a high hefty retail at $400, but for those who thought it was worth that and grabbed them, I'm pretty sure you guys don't regret it at all. So that's that, the Ginger 4s. Next up we have the Pusha T and Adidas EQT, the Adidas Boost EQT, the new version of it, with the prime knit uppers, and this is this all gray pair. I don't know if it's called the grayscale pair, I'm not sure, but the Pusha T collab, when he dropped the first all white joints in a Ziploc bag, people were going crazy for those. This one, it wasn't as much hype. I think it was just a lot going on. For me, I completely slept on the release because I wasn't paying attention. I think SeniorCon Charlotte was coming up, and it just wasn't on my mind, and I completely missed it. And I'm just glad that where Pusha T is from, we're actually able to get them. Just like the Pharrell NMDs, we're still able to get them. That's just honestly dope to me. Anyways, I'm done talking. Next one. Next up is a Ronnie Fieg collab, and this is the New Balance 997.5, and I want to talk about the Cyclades pair. Now this one was like a blue, tan, and red like tricolor block shoe, and I actually seen these when I was out in New York before they switched the kids store into the SFAF1 kind of landscape inside the store. The Cyclades were in the store with the sand on the beach and all that stuff up on those like little stair things. Anyone that goes into kids knows what I'm talking about. This is just a dope looking shoe, and I feel like I'm gonna try to get this one in 2017. I'm not really hurting for it a lot, but I'm just gonna wait because I mean, like I said, I've seen it in store. I don't know if they were actually selling sizes, but I've seen this shoe in store, and from materials just to the look of the shoe, man, just another fire collab from Fieg. 997.5 joints. Next shoe. We got another FIGE release. Now this is the Asics Gel My Salmon. And I had never seen the Asics Gel My in my life until recently when he did the Legends Day release, where they brought back some of the other classic Asics colorways and introduced some new ones. And this was another one. From the packaging of the box to the actual look of the shoe, I do like that Militia orange pair, I think it's called. I like those as well, but I think I'm gonna be more looking for the all white salmon pair. It's an all white and kind of gum outsole pair. And like I said, the box is crazy, the materials itself looks crazy, and the shoe, the actual shoe, the Gel My, is a weird looking shoe. And I always tell you guys, I like the weird shit, so this was definitely down my alley. And honestly, just another solid all around release from FIGE, especially with the Legends Day, the box. He went all out on this one, and I'm gonna be looking for this one in 2017 for sure. Next shoe. Now this is another one with a pretty long name, so let me look at this. The Livestock and Adidas Consortium Pure Boost PK ZG. And I've seen this shoe in passing in a lot of sneaker cons, and I'm just not seeing it at the price I want yet. And that's the only thing that's been keeping me from getting this shoe. Honestly, I think this is a dope Honestly, I think this is just a dope Boost shoe. I like the colorway. I like the 3 stripes on the front. I think it's 3M on the inside of the toe. All around a dope collab. And that's all I really gotta say about this one, man. Next up. Up next, we got another Boost entry. Now this one is the City Camo NMD. And my favorite pair has to be that white glitch, I think it's called glitch camo. Also, is it all mostly white pair. I also like the pinkish salmon color pair as well, but the white ones were the ones I was really looking for. I wasn't able to grab them, and I think the prices are kind of crazy on those at the moment. So I don't know if I ever get this one. I'm not too pressed for it. I do like it. If I can find it at a decent price, I'll probably try to grab it. But another one that I think we're probably just gonna leave in 2016. I like the shoe, but the price is just too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not paying. So let's leave this one in 2016, but let's leave it as one of the best. Next up, we got another Jordan from this year, and that is the Pinnacle Air Jordan 6. These joints are just straight up trophies on your feet. All gold. They have that mirror-like look, gold flakes on the translucent outsole. There's not much that needs to be said. If you have seen this shoe in person, you already know. There's just gold bricks on your feet, and they're Jordan gold bricks at that. So I'm not even gonna get into it anymore. Just look at the shoe. If you see it in person, just look at it. Just look at this joint. This one's gonna come at no surprise for anyone, and that is the Bape Adidas NMD. At first glance, when I first saw this shoe, I felt like it was missing something. I felt like they could have taken off the white stripes and did a little bit something else, maybe colored the boost. And I still feel that way, that this shoe is dope how it is, but it could be better with a few tweaks. Now I can't tell you those tweaks, so I guess maybe I can't even speak on it. But I mean, it's Bape, so they probably don't give a fuck what I have to say anyway, so next one. Now I did say earlier that I didn't own any of these shoes, but I did not say that I didn't own a different colorway of one of them. Some of them I did leave off on purpose because of the colorway, but this one I wanted to include because I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it. And that is the NMD OG in all white with the red blocks. You guys know that I'm letting you guys know this is definitely gonna be one of my top shoes of 2016. This will definitely be on my list just because I wear it so much. I literally was wearing it today, which what you guys are seeing. And this is the most simple, one of the most simple colorways, but I think I just like it because it was one of the first. And it really was low key, and it took a lot of people by storm. And this shoe itself, dead stock, goes for a lot. And the white ones themselves, dead stock, go for a lot. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to get the white pair, but for sure, the OG white joints are some of the best shoes of 2016, just like the OG black NMDs. All right, next up. I wanna say low key, but not low key at the same time. Does that make sense? No. But the Air Jordan 11 in gray suede. When pictures first released of these, people were skeptical. And I myself have not seen them in person yet. And I feel like people were really either for it or against it. Now, from what I've seen of this shoe, this is a dope Air Jordan 11 in all gray. It's basically the cool grays on crack, like the Luxe Cool Gray Air Jordan 11. And honestly, I was gonna buy them. Like I wanted them. I wanted them for a video. I wanted to get them in hand and show them to you guys and give you my thoughts. I was not able to get them because only like one store around me got them. And I feel like I was running around for Christmas or buying Christmas presents. I got the notification on my phone to go up to the spot and they were probably gone. Like they were gone. Like I know they were gone. So I just said, fuck it, I'm not even gonna worry about it and move on to the next one. But the 11s, the suede joints, they're fire. They're fire. The nice kicks in Adidas NMD, the tie-dye ones. This shoe is fire. As Dallas Penn would say, fireworks, okay? This shoe is crazy. I like the tie-dye. Some people may have forgotten about this shoe because it released a long time ago this year. I definitely didn't, and the prices for those joints definitely didn't either. They are going for a lot, and that's one of the reasons I don't have them. I missed out on them on the original release. That's another one that just probably will get left in 2016 as one of the best, but one of the ones that I don't have. Another Jordan with some gold accents, the OVO Air Jordan 12. The 12s already wreaked havoc this year, but the OVO boys, the OVO 12s, are one of the cleanest shoes to drop this year. An all-white Air Jordan 12 in a year where 12s already reigned like superior to a lot of other releases, especially when they were coming out. And they caused a good little bit of commotion for Air Jordan, especially the Masters. The Masters, people were moving for those. People were outside. They were looking. They were definitely doing their research and trying to get those joints. Anyways, the Air Jordan 12 OVO, one of the best this year, without a doubt, hands down, next shoe. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you're waiting for this one. The Air Mag, the auto lacing Air Mag. There was about, what, 75 or 80 so pairs of these things. You can only enter in a Nike raffle. Really awesome release. I wish I could have lucked up and got them, but there was hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of other people that were entering that raffle. So congrats to you if you got them. And if you sold them, hey, I guess congrats on making some bands, man. Because you made bands. Let's be honest here, you made some bands. So these joints right here, I think these are coming in at number 2 or number 3. I've seen these in person and they look so soft. Like they just look so plush. And that is the Kith Mbappe Kithsta. This shoe is very simple. But bringing Kith, like Kith, you have a collection with Bape. Like, it was just dope. Like, it didn't catch me by surprise, but I seen them and I didn't pay too much attention until I seen them in person. And honestly, I'm gonna try to get that tan pair. I don't know when I'll be able to get them. Hopefully I'll be able to trade something I may get soon for them, but we'll see how the prices fluctuate and the value goes. Okay, ran aside, Kithsta, dope, next one. Coming in at number 2, this man that created this shoe or helped create this colorway I actually met when I was out in LA, and that is the Don C Air Jordan 2. With the box, I didn't really like the leather hat. I didn't like the leather hat, and they were $650 off rip, which was a thing. But the actual shoe itself, all tan with that quilted upper, with a little bit of red here and there, with those leather pieces, the leather accents, definitely still one of the best releases of this year. The Don 2s, the beach joints, crazy. Now, it's time to get into number 1. The number 1 shoe comes from someone from Virginia, and you probably already know, and that is the Pharrell and Adidas NMD Human Race. And I would include one colorway, and one colorway in particular I really like is the original yellow colorway, because those are crazy. They go off. The burgundy friends and family pair with, I believe it's Japanese or Chinese characters on top, they go off. And it has to be one of the best, if not the best collab this year, or the best shoe this year, just in basis of just causing a lot of talk, being one of those most coveted shoes by a lot of people, just because there's so many different colorways you can choose from. Just makes me proud to say that someone from my city has made it so large, and is one of those people that does motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, man, that's my list. That's the top 25 shoes of 2016.